Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is forms of business organization. Okay, so before I start with my fourth chapter, I want to tell you about the third chapter. Okay, now your third chapter is for a self study. Okay, so as per the revised schedule, okay, or revised syllabus, okay, the board, the Maharashtra board, what they have done, they have given this chapter for self study. Now for self study chapters, whatever self study chapters are there, question will be from this chapter, the question will be for the option purpose. Okay, either you can answer a question which is based on the thought sub chapters, or you can answer the questions based on the self study chapters. Okay, so here this third chapter you are having for self study. Okay, so you have to go through the chapter. If you have any doubts, please mail me. Okay, I will solve your queries. So today we are going to start with the fourth chapter, that is business forms of business organization. Okay, so now this chapter, that is forms of business organization, is divided into two, that is part 1 and part 2. Okay, so in this chapter you all are going to learn private sector organization. In that you all are going to learn introduction and meaning. The second thing you all are going to learn is sole trading concern. In that you all are going to learn introduction, meaning, definitions, features, merits and demerits. Next, you all are going to learn partnership firm, that is introduction, meaning, definition, features, merits, demerits, types of partners, types of partnership firms. Next, you all are going to learn joint Hindu family business, introduction, meaning, definition, features, merits and demerits. Then you all are going to learn cooperative society. In that you all are going to learn introduction, meaning, definition, features, merits, demerits, types of cooperative societies. Then joint stock company. In that you all are going to learn introduction, meaning, definition, features, merits, demerits and types of company and the distinction between all. Okay, so here in private sector organization there are 5 types of business organization that you all are going to learn in this chapter. Now before I start, I want to discuss with you one example. Now if you go to any market, for example Hadapsar market, or if you go to market yard, or if you go to any of the market nearby your area, okay, so what you will find, you will find different categories of shops. Okay, you will find what you call, you will find this thing, your grocery stores, you will find supermarkets, you will find some vegetable shop, you will find clothes stores, stationery. So there are different types of stores which are there. Okay, you will find some stores which are coming from when you were small. Okay, they are running from very running for a many years. Okay, so when you all were born before that shop was there, so till now that shop is running. Okay, ऐसे वाले शॉप्स देखेंगे, कई शॉप्स ऐसे देखेंगे कि जस्ट न्यूली सेटअप है. ओके, कई शॉप ब्रांडेड वाले देखेंगे आप लोग, जहाँ पे ब्रांडेड क्लोथ्स मिलते हैं. कई शॉप्स आप लोग देखेंगे कि एक छोटा सा शॉप है. ओके, एक अकेला पर्सन रन कर रहा है. ओके, सो यू विल सी मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ स्टोर्स. ओके, और वहाँ पे नाम भी होंगे जैसे कि बुदानी एंड सन्स. ओके, और यू विल फाइंड व्हाट यू कॉल्ड some shops, like for example रहेजा एंड सन्स. ओके, ऐसे वाले शॉप्स मिलेंगे, या राम एंड सन, या कोई प्राइवेट मदन प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी. ऐसे बहुत सारे शॉप्स आप लोग देखेंगे. तो आप लोगों को ये शॉप का जो नाम देख के ही पता रहना चाहिए कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ शॉप इट इज़, वेदर इट इज़ अ सोल ट्रेडिंग कंसर्न, वेदर इट इज़ अ जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी, वेदर इट इज़ अ जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली बिजनेस, ओके, कौन सी टाइप ऑफ कंपनी, और या कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी है जहाँ पे यू विल फाइंड सम स्टोर्स वे यू द नेम विल बी रिटन एज महावीर कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी, ऐसे बहुत सारे कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स, ओके, ऐसे आप लोग देखेंगे. सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ स्टोर इट इज़, और प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी ऐसे भी देख लेंगे आप लोग, कई सारे स्टोर. सो ऑल दिस टाइप्स ऑफ बिजनेस विच आर नॉट हैंडल्ड बाय द पब्लिक गवर्नमेंट, दैट इज गवर्नमेंट के अलावा और जो बहुत सारे बिजनेस है, दे आर रन प्राइवेटली, दोज आर नोन एज प्राइवेट सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Okay, so we'll start with the chapter. First we will see what is private sector organization. Sorry. So private sector organization. Now private sector organization are those organization या those business which are run by the individual or corporate enterprise. Okay, यहाँ पे individual और जो लोग corporate जो लोग हैं वो अपना fund invest करते हैं और business को start करते हैं. Now this private sector organization जो है they are owned and managed by the private entities. यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट इन्वॉल्व नहीं होता है. ओके, गवर्नमेंट व्हाट दे डू, दे ओनली कलेक्ट टैक्सेस बट दे आर नॉट इन्वॉल्विंग इन द डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज़. ओके, जैसे कि अपने बहुत सारे गवर्नमेंट बैंक्स है, जैसे कि हमारे बहुत सारे गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस है जहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट का बहुत सारा इन्वॉल्वमेंट रहता है. तो उसके अलावा जो जहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट का कुछ भी इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं रहता है, यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक इंडिविजुअल या कॉरपोरेट जब अपना बिजनेस स्टार्ट करता है या उसमें अपने खुद के पैसे जब डालता है तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं, प्राइवेट एंटरप्राइज. ओके, नाउ दिस प्राइवेट एंटरप्राइज जो है उनका मेन मोटिव क्या होता है, टू अर्न प्रॉफिट. ओके, देयर मेन मोटिव इज टू अर्न प्रॉफिट एंड ऑल द मैनेजमेंट एंड जो भी उनके ओनरशिप है दे आर इन द हैंड्स ऑफ द प्राइवेट. मोस्टली नाउ यू विल सी मोस्ट ऑफ द बिजनेस आर रन बाय द प्राइवेट एंटिटीज. गवर्नमेंट के बहुत कम रहते हैं, मोस्टली दे आर रन बाय द प्राइवेट एंटिटीज बिकॉज private people are most of the people are having lot of capital, so they can invest and they can start the business. Okay, now this private enterprise or private sector business organization plays a very important role in the economic development of the country. Okay, because whatever the profit earns, okay, it will help to increase the income of the nation. Okay, so here private sector organization are divided into 5, that is sole proprietorship, partnership, joint Hindu family business, cooperative societies, joint stock companies. Okay, now this private sector organizations जो है, okay, here mostly those industries can be a BPO, software companies, private banks, okay, service companies, even manufacturing industries जो है they are mostly handled by the private Indian companies. Okay, so here that's why these companies may have some, जैसे कि टाटा, बिरलास, रिलायंस, दे आर ऑल प्राइवेट सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिकॉज दे आर ओन्ड बाय द प्राइवेट पीपल. ओके, जैसे कि रिलायंस अंबानीज दे होल्ड, टाटास रतन टाटा दे होल्ड, बिरलास. ओके, सो हियर दीज आर ऑल व्हाट, प्राइवेट सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. ओके, दे आर इनटू मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज. दे आर इनटू ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्रीज, दे आर इनटू केमिकल इंडस्ट्रीज, दे आर इनटू टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्रीज, एग्रो फूड, कंप्यूटर्स, hardware, telecommunication, equipment, petrochemical products. Okay, so such they are into such industries and all these industries helps in the nation's development, growth of the nation. So first thing we will see is the sole trading concern, which is in short form it is known as STC, sole trading concern. S stands for sole, T stands for trading, C stands for concern. Okay, and also this type of organization is as sole proprietorship. Okay, now this types of organization is the oldest and the simplest form of organization. Okay, the here old sole मतलब क्या है, it is single. Okay, or a proprietorship means the owner. So here single owner running the business, okay, is known as sole proprietorship. Okay, he is having his independent business. Okay, whatever decisions he is taking on his own. Okay, जो भी फंड इन्वेस्ट करेगा खुद का फंड इन्वेस्ट करेगा. Only one person running the business is known as a sole trader or a sole trading concern. The person who is running that business, the owner, is also known as sole trader or proprietor. याद रखना. ओके, सोल ट्रेडिंग कंसर्न मतलब एक फॉर्म ऑफ अ बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, लेकिन जो सोल ट्रेडिंग कंसर्न को रन करता है तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं, सोल प्रोप्राइटर और सोल ट्रेडर. ओके, मोस्टली फॉर एग्जांपल ग्रोसरी स्टोर्स, ब्यूटी पार्लर्स, ओके, गिफ्ट शॉप, ये सारे अकेला एक पर्सन रन करता है. सो दोज काइंड ऑफ अ बिजनेस आर नोन एज सोल ट्रेडिंग कंसर्न्स. ओके, they are owned by only one person. Okay, so here there are some definitions which are given. One definition is like according to Professor J Hansen. Okay, he says sometimes known as a one man business. Okay, ये business को क्या बोलते हैं, one man business. It is a type of a business unit where one person is solely responsible for providing it a capital, for bearing the risk of the enterprise and for the risk of ownership. Okay, second thing is according to Professor James Laundy, he says the sole proprietorship is an informal type of a business owned by one person. Some features given. Now these features are very important because from this feature you will be able to compare one business from another business organization. Okay, now this sole trading business, the first feature is it is individual ownership. Why? Because this type of a business or trading or concerns are run by only one person. Okay, he will invest all the capital required for the business and he will own all the assets which are there in the business. So he is responsible for the liabilities and he will enjoy the profit. Next is no sharing of profits and risk. Now as this sole trader is a single owner of the business, what he will do, he will share all the profits. Okay, there is no share given to any other person, or even if there is any risk, this risk are shared by himself only, they are not shared by anybody else. Okay, अगर कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होता है तो वो अकेला हैंडल करेगा. Next is self-employment. Now this sole trading concern is best suitable for the self-employment. Okay, any unemployed person, whoever is there, okay, he doesn't have any job, so that person can start this type of a business, that is sole trading concern. If he has any capital or cash or fund with him, then he can start with one shop or any other skills whatever he has, he can start with that business. So it is like even an unemployed person can get a self employment with this sole trading concern business. Okay, then local market operation, mostly this kind of a business, okay, where it is run by only one person. Okay, they are operating in the local market. Okay, अपना जो local market है, they are operating in that area. Okay, but if that business is having a very good profit, then it can go to the international level also. Next, no separate legal status. Okay, now this sole trading concern do not enjoy any separate legal status. Okay, मतलब जो sole trader है उसके नाम पे ही पूरा ऐसा लगेगा कि that business is of that person only. Okay, so here they consider sole trading and business as one person itself. Okay, next is मिनिमम गवर्नमेंट रेगुलेशन. गवर्नमेंट का इन्वॉल्वमेंट बहुत कम रहता है. ओके, हियर बिकॉज देर इज़ नो सेपरेट लॉ और देर इज़ नो सेपरेट गवर्नमेंट इंटरवेंशंस इन बिटवीन. ओके, बिकॉज अ सोल ट्रेडर कैन सिंपली स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस एंड ही कैन रन द बिजनेस. ऐसा नहीं कि ही हैज़ टू टेक लॉट्स ऑफ परमिशंस और लॉट्स ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट शुड बी डन, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं. इफ दैट पर्सन वांट टू डू सम बिजनेस, ही कैन स्टार्ट विद दैट बिजनेस. सो हियर गवर्नमेंट इंटरवेंशंस इज वेरी लेस. मतलब मतलब गवर्नमेंट का जो रेगुलेशंस है, गवर्नमेंट का जो इन्वॉल्वमेंट है, इट इज़ वेरी लेस. नेक्स्ट इज अनलिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी. नाउ अनलिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी मतलब हियर यू कैन नॉट टेल कि अपनी लाइबिलिटी इतनी ही है. ओके, देर इज नो पर्टिकुलर लिमिट. इफ एनी लॉस हैपन्स देन द सोल ट्रेडर हिमसेल्फ हैज टू बेयर द लॉस. ओके, सो हियर वट एवर पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टीज आर देयर, इवन इफ he has taken a loan on the business, if that business goes into loss, his personal properties will also be taken for the for recovery of the loan. So here that's why they say it is the liability is unlimited, because here even your personal assets are taken for the recovery purpose. Okay, so that's why the liability is unlimited. So we have seen what we have seen the फीचर्स क्या है हमारे कि इट इज़ एन इंडिविजुअल ओनरशिप, नो शेयरिंग ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स एंड रिस्क, सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट, लोकल मार्केट ऑपरेशन, नो सेपरेट लीगल स्टेटस, मिनिमम गवर्नमेंट रेगुलेशंस, अनलिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी. नेक्स्ट इज we'll see the merits. Okay, what are the merits of sole trading concern? The first merit is easy formation. Now this sole trading concern is a very simple and very easy way of starting a business. So that's why, because here there is no what you call मतलब इतना formalities नहीं रहते, only few legal formalities are there that you should complete. Otherwise this is a very easy form of organization, easily formed organization. Next is quick decision. Now since the sole trader is running his own business, okay, he has the right to take decisions. Okay, जो भी decision है वो खुद लेगा, उसको पूछने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. He can take quick decision. अगर उसको लगा कि मेरा सामान ख़त्म हो रहा है, then he can take a decision of buying the product at that time only. He has to not wait for any of the person for taking the decision. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं. He can take his own decision himself. Okay, that's why he can take decisions very quickly and get the benefit also. Next is maximum secrecy. Now whatever secrets are there, suppose he is running a hotel business, or suppose he is having or any of the service, okay, where there are some secrets, okay, that secret he himself can keep. If it is a partnership, or if many people are involved over there, what will happen, that secrecy can be disclosed. So this question doesn't come over here in sole trading concern. Okay, any person whoever want to run the business, okay, a sole trading concern business, okay, they can maintain a secrecy in the business. Next is direct motivation. Here you get direct motivation. Motivation मतलब क्या है कि आप लोगों को काम करने को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. You get motivated. How? क्योंकि अगर आपको ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट मिला, व्हाट विल हैपन, यू विल हैव दैट मोटिवेशन कि मुझे और कम मेहनत करोगे या मेहनत होगा तो हम लोगों को और प्रॉफिट मिलेगा. सो इट इज़ व्हाट, डायरेक्ट मोटिवेशन. बिकॉज प्रॉफिट पूरा कौन लेता है, सोल ट्रेडर अकेला रहता है, तो ही हैज़ अ डायरेक्ट मोटिवेशन. Next is flexibility. Now here whatever decisions are taken, those decisions are taken by the sole trader himself. Okay, so he can take the decision of changing the place also. Flexibility is there. He doesn't has to wait for anybody for the decisions and all. So whatever decisions are there, he can take himself. Even he can change the policies of the business, because he himself runs the business. So there is flexibility in the business. Next is lower cost. Now lower cost how? Because sole trader himself run the business. Suppose एक sole trader है, वो खुद अपना business चला रहा है. Suppose he is running a what you call vegetable business. Okay, तो वो खुद decision लेगा कि आज के दिन कितना raw material लेना है, या आज के दिन मुझे कितना किलोज अनियंस लेने हैं, वेस्ट तो नहीं हो जाएंगे. ओके, इवन ही हैज़ द कॉस्ट ऑफ, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल उसके जो लोग रहते हैं वो भी अकेला रहता है तो उसको एम्प्लॉय करने का भी खर्चा कम. सो हियर देर इज़ लोअर कॉस्ट, उसके जो प्रोडक्ट्स है उस पर लोअर कॉस्ट रहता है बिकॉज देर इज़ नो अदर एक्सपेंसेस विच आर इन्वॉल्व इन द एक्टिविटीज़ ऑफ द बिजनेस. नेक्स्ट इज efficiency. ओके, नाउ द सोल ट्रेडर जो है he can enjoy the whole profit. So when he gets a whole profit for himself, then what happens that this maximizes his efficiency. उसको लगता है कि अगर मैं ज़्यादा काम करूँगा तो मुझे और प्रॉफिट मिलेगा. So this increases his efficiency. Okay, so here what happens when they increase the efficiency, they try to reduce the wastage. ज़्यादा वेस्टेज नहीं करेंगे. What will happen if there is wastage, then there is loss for the business. So there will be less wastages. Okay, wastage of money, time, okay, efforts, material will be less, they can be controlled. So these are the merits of sole trader, that is easy formation, quick decisions, maximum secrecy, direct motivation, flexibility, lower cost and efficiency. Next, we will see the demerits. Hope you understood the merits. Now you can see what are the demerits also. Every business, okay, whatever business is there are merits as well as demerits. ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही business अच्छा है, नहीं तो सब लोग क्या करेंगे, वही business चलाएंगे. So here there are merits also and there are demerits also. Because of this merits and demerits, there are different kinds of business in the in our country. Okay, ऐसा नहीं कि अगर सोल ट्रेडिंग कंसर्न बहुत अच्छा है ऐसे सोच लिया सबने तो सब लोग सोल ट्रेडिंग कंसर्न करेंगे और दूसरा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ही नहीं आएगा. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर फॉर एवरी बिजनेस देयर इज अ merit as well as demerit. Okay, so the merits are limited capital. देखो, सोल ट्रेडर मतलब दैट पर्सन विल हैव अ वेरी लिमिटेड कैपिटल. उसके पास 5-6 लाख होंगे या लोन निकालेगा, उसके ऊपर ही कैन नॉट इन्वेस्ट. ओके, सो हियर व्हेन अ पर्सन इज अ सोल ट्रेडर, इफ यू वांट टू स्टार्ट अ वेरी ह्यूज बिजनेस, ही कैन नॉट डू बिकॉज दैट पर्सन हैज़ सम लिमिट, राइट. सो एवरी पर्सन हैज़ अ लिमिट. ऐसा नहीं कि एक पर्सन के पास बहुत सारे पैसे रहेंगे कि वो बहुत बड़ा बड़ा बिजनेस स्टार्ट करता है. देयर इज़ अ लिमिट फॉर दैट. ओके, सो देयर विल बी लिमिटेड कैपिटल. Okay, he can raise capital by asking for a loan, for asking his relatives, friends. Okay, till that limit he can. After that there is no source for him. Okay, so there is a stoppage of source. So sole trader can face a financial difficulties for expansion and development of the business. Next is limited marginal managerial skill. Okay, now since a sole trader is running himself his business, he manages, controls his business himself. What happened here, he may possess a qualification. For example, you must have seen IT professional starting a chai ka business. Okay, IT professional or some mechanical person doing something teaching job. Okay, or some person who doesn't have any idea about hotel business, he is running a hotel business. So till one limit he will imply his skills. Okay, जो skills है he will imply. After that, if he wants some qualification, professional services or professional expert knowledge, he can't get because he himself is running and managing and controlling the business. So there is limited managerial skill because he alone himself manages the business. Next is unlimited liability. Now this sole trader is having a unlimited liability because there is no distinction between personal assets and business assets. अगर उसके if there is any form of a loss that is incurred, then his personal properties will also be paid for the recovering the loss. Okay, because of that there is unlimited liability. Next is lack of stability. Now this business will depend on the existence of the business. अगर suddenly if there is a death of that person, what will happen, there will be the closure of the business. So यहाँ पे stability नहीं रहती. If that person is having some problem, health problems or financial problems, then they have to stop the business. So that's why there is lack of stability. Next is lack of specialization. Now when you get specialized service, when you divide your work into do the division of the work, what will happen, the whatever services or activities are there, people will concentrate on that and they will give a specialized service. But since a sole trader alone is running the business, what will happen, there will be lack of specialization in the service. Next is not suitable for large scale operation. Now suppose a sole trader is there, he alone is running the business and he is earning a very good profit, but when it becomes a very large business, he alone cannot control everything, okay, because here when there is large scale operation, you require more people over there, okay, even you require finance from other people, you require managerial skills, okay. So here this organization is only suitable for a small scale organization, okay. So these are the limitations of what sole trading concern, that is, it has limited capital, limited managerial skill, unlimited liability, lack of stability, lack of specialization, not suitable for large scale organization. In the next class we will see the another form of organization, that is partnership firm.